Hello, Mill Valley staff. I wanted to take a moment to thank you for the 2019-2020 school year. What an unusual way for this school year to end. And from the bottom of my heart, I truly appreciate everything you've done to help our students stay connected. Today we are celebrating our Golden Bell honorees, and we are also celebrating our Chamber of Commerce honorees. In addition to that, we will have a short message from our 2019-2020 retirees. Thank you and take care.
Hi, everybody. I'm Phoebe Dog, the orchestra teacher for Mill Valley School District. I think most everybody here knows who I am, having seen me darting in and out between school campuses over the last 13 years. I wanted to thank all of you today for 13 of my best years of teaching. It's not saying things lightly because I've been teaching now for about 35 years in Marin County. Before I stepped over to Mill Valley School District, I was the orchestra teacher in the Dixie School District up in Terra Linda for 17 years and simultaneously taught in the Marin Symphony Youth Orchestra program for about 13 years, and then also gave an additional 3 years at San Domenico School teaching chamber groups there and piano. And so I've met a lot of very fine teachers over the years in different places, and I've never encountered such a collection of them as I have since working here in Mill Valley. And so I wanted to applaud all of you for your excellent work and also how much it's impressed me to be surrounded every single day by gifted teachers at all the schools and all the campuses. And also to thank the administrators for your support, because it's difficult, as you know, for traveling music specialists to move around to different schools and juggle a lot of things at the same time. I've been very, very grateful for all the wonderful support and kind things that the principals and administrators have been able to do for me over the years to make my life just a little bit easier. I think the one thing that I learned since coming to Mill Valley School District is how well you guys work together. You know, you don't always see that in other places, but in Mill Valley, the professionalism, the kind of caliber of professionalism is quite high. You guys have set the bar really, really high. And that has inspired me every single day I've been here at work. And as you know, the teaching profession is a really tough one. And it takes the toughest people to hang in there with the kids. I think you guys are brilliant, and this has just kept me alive for 13 years of teaching. The one thing that I take away the most from this community is how kind and generous people are. And you have to understand that a teacher's life is just fraught with busyness. There's just no time to rest or think. And yet, out of that, we have the most generous, sincere people I've ever met here in Mill Valley. And it trickles all the way down to the bottom. When you work with students, the students have a reflection of that same kindness and that same generosity. It's just reflected in everything and in all aspects of the school district. A quick shout out to my colleagues in the music department who have taught me a lot over the years. Since coming here, I had to learn an entirely new system of scheduling and teaching. They raised the bar for me as well and enabled me to become a better teacher over the years. And so I thank my music department colleagues for all of their help and their sense of humor. And I just wanted to say goodbye to Jessica, Anna, Casey, Lori, Darren, and Michael. Thank you so much for good teaching all these years. And I think you don't know the bottom of it, but I probably will come back and make a nuisance of myself at some point. But I just wanted to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart. It just has made my 13 years the most fun, the most exciting, and the most dynamic. And I wish all of you the best in this next year, because I know it's going to be challenging, but given that you are Mill Valley teachers, I know you guys are going to overcome any obstacle that's in your way. You'll do it. So hang in there, everybody, and best wishes for your future as teachers in Mill Valley. And I'll miss all of you very, very much. Thank you.
My name is Lesley Cole, also known as Lesley Thornton or Mrs. T. I had the honor and privilege to be hired in 1992 and begin my career in Mill Valley at Tam Valley School as a first grade teacher. I had been the first teacher hired in 13 years at Tam Valley, and the staff and families were lovely as I built my tree room. It was so magical. I was there for 6 years. My final year, I volunteered to take a position in 5th grade, and I also decided to do my administrative credential that year. So the kids and the staff were so supportive and so helpful as I worked through the challenges of that year. The following year, I moved to Edna McGuire and was part-time assistant principal and part-time first grade teacher. Lesley, who's the current secretary there, was my aide and was so helpful to Amy and I as we worked through the challenges of that year. The staff was awesome. I then moved to Old Mill, which was 2 blocks from my house, where my son had gone to school. And it's where I had fallen in love with teaching and knew I wanted to go back to it because I saw how amazing teaching and learning was at Old Mill, and the teachers were so outstanding. My daughter commented that she wished she'd gone to an elementary school like that. I had the privilege to be there for 2 years. I then went to the district office as director of curriculum and instruction, which was very challenging, but also very rewarding. That position's gotten even more difficult through the years as I've watched Wendy do such a spectacular job at it. When Jim Derrich retired from Strawberry Point School, I moved there as principal. The staff and families are amazing. The EL students, having the Learning Center kids, sometimes county classes, gave us such wonderful, diverse experiences and made such a wonderful learning community for both the teachers and all the students and their families as well. We worked on the Garden and Wetlands project, which took 6 years, and now we have an amazing garden, and the wetlands and all the learning that takes place there is truly a magical 16 years at Strawberry Point School. My entire time was just spectacular. I can't not mention AC, my fellow principals and the administrative staff, how we worked through so many challenges and so many joys and supported each other and called each other. And, in the beginning I was the newbie and they all mentored me, and then I was the one who mentored all the new ones. And by the end, the last few years, I learned a lot from the new ones, and there were still things they wanted to learn from me too. So I will always treasure every part of my career. I want to wish Wendy and Jason all the best in their new positions. I know they'll do amazing jobs. And to all of you, to everyone in the district, thank you. Namaste. The spirit in me bows to the spirit in you. Thank you for a wonderful, wonderful career. The best.
Hi, I'm Angie Abramson, the soon-to-be retired Director of Student Services for the Mill Valley School District. This is an interesting and never-thought-of way to finish up my career, and obviously not the way I wanted it to be after 39 years in education. I have loved my 9 years working in the Mill Valley School District, and what kept me happy and somewhat sane was working with great teachers, administrators, staff, and kids. I have learned so much through working with the district, working in 6 schools that have their own personality and successful visions, having a job in one of the most beautiful settings where I could always see nature, the ability to see initiatives and new ideas and vision become a reality. Of course, I will always remember, be kinder than necessary, and hope that I can always follow that motto. I want to give a shout out to all of the teachers, administrators, staff who came to numerous IEP meetings and other meetings, especially when they were adversarial. Also to my fellow cabinet members, I have learned so much about the various jobs that help run the district. And Michelle, so sorry for the big budget items that I had to bring to you. I want to give the biggest shout out to all of the teachers, staff, psychologists, speech and occupational therapists, counselors and nurses, who always put students first and made my job so much easier. You always jumped in and helped when I needed it. Also, Monica and Aaron, I could not have done this job without you. I appreciate everyone's support, insight, patience, help, and friendship over the years. I will miss everyone, and I hope in the future to have the opportunity to thank you in person. Bye.
Hi everybody, it's Amy Faulkner. So who knew that I would be on the retirement video this year, making my own from home in Loom. But here I am. I've decided to retire after 29 years in the district, and I have decided to follow my next dream, which is to be a nature-based educator and take kids and families out in nature. I have been at 3 schools in the district, Park, Old Mill, and Edna McGuire. I've worked as a 2nd and 3rd grade teacher, and I also taught 6 years of art for kiddo. One of the things that I've learned over and over and over again is how incredibly resilient the students are. And I know there are concerns that because of this year's pandemic that the students will fall behind. And I just want to think out loud about what the kids are actually doing right now. They're spending more time with their family. They're using life skills of perseverance and flexibility with all of this online learning. They're participating with community efforts to help other people. They're reflecting on the global effects and fears of a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So I'm wondering, what if the students aren't falling behind at all? What if they're actually becoming the people that our district mission statement hopes they will become? They will become open-minded, courageous students that will lead and change our world. I think that's where this group is going. I really feel that way. I will always remember the incredible experiences I've had with staff, families, and students in this district, from years at the Exploratorium and ETF and all the collaborative experiences that we've had together. I want to give a big shout out to my very first class for helping me through that first year, which was unbelievable. And then as for a special shout out, I would like to thank my teaching partner of 17 years, who is Kim Subis. She is an incredible teacher. She'll be working full-time now. And I want to thank my park staff, Go Park School, and all the other teachers that I started teaching with way back when, in the 90s. So thank you, everybody, for everything. I'm proud to be a Mill Valley teacher. It's really hard to say goodbye, especially right now. And it's been my home away from home for 30 years. So